Lawmakers working on police reform, as we said, will not pass the legislation as had been hoped by the one-year anniversary of George Floyd's death. But Politico reports this, quote, virtually all parties involved are okay with missing the deadline. And in conversations with the White House, activists and lawmakers have stressed that they want a substantial bill, not a quick one. It comes as new polling from Axios shows 72% of black Americans think police shootings of black and brown youths have worsened just in the space of this past year. Back with us tonight, Paul Butler, former federal corruption prosecutor at the Department of Justice, currently a professor at Georgetown Law. He has written and spoken extensively on this topic. Among his books is Chokehold, Policing Black Men. Professor, thank you very much for joining us. And I'd like to share with our audience what you wrote in the Washington Post today. Every day, the police confront people who do not feel like being arrested. Suspects should cooperate and fight the case in court. But if they make the bad decision to flee, they do not automatically deserve to die. No one disputes that police officers, like anybody else, should have the right to self-defense when lives are at risk. But the license to kill carries the responsibility to promote the sanctity of every life. Paul, have you seen from your perch any progress on policing in these past 12 months?
The best measure of progress is that Derek Chauvin is a convicted murderer. 3 other cops faced trial for aiding and abetting. Even though the evidence of Chauvin's guilt was overwhelming, it could never be taken for granted that he would be prosecuted, much less convicted. Most officers who kill black people are exonerated. And Brian, another sign of progress is that all 4 officers face federal prosecutions for violating Mr. Floyd's civil rights. In 150 days, the Biden administration has brought more civil rights investigations of police departments than the Trump administration did in 4 years.
Do you think that kind of thing, as a former Fed yourself, does have what we used to call a chilling effect, only in this case, a chilling effect causing police officers in the moment to think twice that may stop bad behavior on their part before it happens?
I hope it has a chilling effect, Brian, but every year U.S. police kill about 1,000 people. That number did not change last year, despite all the protests. So far this year, the police have killed 353 people. So the George Floyd Act is just common sense, requiring national standards for the people who are licensed to kill. But as you've discussed, it's far from a done deal. There's still been no accountability in high-profile cases like Breonna Taylor, the unarmed black woman who was gunned down by Louisville police.
Would I be wrong to argue that part of the solution should be for some percentage of the young people who flooded the streets of this country during that long, hot summer following the death of George Floyd to consider joining the academy, learning the job on the inside, and more importantly, once you get there, try to make that one man, one woman effort to change the institution on the inside?
I'm an academic, and I would love to have these amazing activists join me. They launched what the New York Times described as the most successful civil justice movement in our history. There's a lot of appropriate concern about the insurrection on January 6th. Brian, I prefer to remember June 6th. On that day, the New York Times reports there were protests against police violence in 550 different cities. So far from wanting to teach these activists, I'm learning from them. There's never been a social justice movement that's had the reach of the Black Lives Matter activists.